Costas presents ABC Costing Models for IT, second part.
We saw in the first part the ABC approach and how to build an ABC costing model. In the second part, we will illustrate this approach with a practical example and analyze the results using a business intelligence tool. To illustrate the approach, let's take a simplified example of an IT department setting up a costing model based on an ABC approach. This IT department has identified its clients. Here, it will be two subsidiaries they wish to invoice. It has built its services catalog composed of three services: email, CRM, and ERP. The example here is very simple since an IT department can offer more than 100 services. This IT department then defines its set of activities: support, corrective maintenance, storage, and software. Once again, our example is very simple since an IT department can manage up to 50 activities. In step 4, an analysis of all IT expenditures allows us to structure the costs into three categories: staff costs, purchases, and depreciation. These expenses are respectively $400, $300, and $300,000 for a total of $1 million. Resources are then allocated to the consuming activities using the time tracking tool, the identification of suppliers' invoices in the accounts, and the analysis of depreciation in the asset management tool. In step 5, 100% of resources, that is $1 million, was allocated to the activities. Step 6 is to identify and value the activities inductors, number of tickets for the support activity, direct allocation for the corrective maintenance and software activities, and number of gigabytes for the storage activity. After the collection of all activities inductors, it's now possible to calculate the total cost of services. The services will receive support costs depending on the ticket consumption, corrective maintenance costs based on time spent by maintenance teams, storage costs based on the gigabytes consumption, and software costs based on the corresponding license acquisitions. When the total cost of activities have been allocated, the full cost of services is obtained. For example, the full cost of the ERP is $440,000. This amount corresponds to the total cost of activities that the ERP has consumed. The last step is the chargeback or showback to clients. Clients will be billed and informed based on the actual consumption of services. For this purpose, a work unit is defined for each service. For example, the email service is consumed depending on the number of email boxes available in each subsidiary. The CRM according to the number of users of the application, and ERP depending on the number of invoices, for example. When the entire model is valued, there is a causal link between the costs of the different levels. Here, the total cost of the CRM, $460,000, is composed of all the costs of activities necessary for its production. By deduction, it's also possible to calculate that CRM consumes $230,000 in staff, $50,000 in purchases, and $180,000 in depreciation. It's possible to calculate the unit cost of CRM depending on the volume of consumption. In our example, this service costs $2,000 per user. In order to perform the calculation, The ABC calculation tool will need to be powered by the time tracking data, accounting amounts, technical inductors, and services volumes. With this data, the engine successively values resources, activities, services, and clients. This results in a 4-dimensional matrix that can be used for model analysis. Here, the calculation engine Valopsia ABC performs the calculation steps in our previous example. After this calculation, the results can be analyzed in Valopsia ABC or in a data visualization tool such as Power BI, Tableau software, or ClickSense. In this Power BI report example, we find the 4 dimensions of ABC: services, activities, resources, and clients. The analysis of services costs allows us to understand the composition in detail by activity software, support, corrective maintenance, and storage, but also by resources, purchases, depreciation, and staff costs. The ABC costing model will also provide an understanding of how each of the model's activities are consumed. For example here, CRM is the main consumer of support. It will also be possible to identify in which activities the different types of resources are allocated. As we have seen, activity-based costing is a complete costing calculation method based on services production process. Costs are no longer a matter of financial teams alone, but a permanent exchange between them and the operational teams. You can find ABC costing models at valopsia.com and costhouse.com. See you soon!